So let's talk about now, since we are talking about the representative heuristic and the consumers, like archetype and stereotype in consumers' mind. So there is again, it was an old story, but that event made it a relatively newer one. A small case study about this Bud Light. We are talking about smoking and then beers and stuff. So and I'm saying that okay, we shouldn't smoke and drink. So, but those are good examples actually. That's why I'm sharing. And like funnily enough, I'm both a smoker and drinker as well. But I'm trying to give you like good message. You shouldn't do that. All right. So Budweiser has this Bud Light, and they have been actually enjoying their market leadership in the United States market for so long, almost like 20 years or something. They were #1 in the United States market. Okay, and in the past, people really enjoy this type of advertising of Budweiser. But when you watch, try to also think of what is their target audience, why are doing this type of advertising, right? So, or who is the target audience they want to reach, okay? So that is the general type of Budweiser ads. Like, so those are some of them like in the past, okay?
Hello? Hey, who? What's up? Nothing, B. Just watching the game, having a bud. What's up with you?
Nothing. Watching the game, having a bud.
True. True.
What's up? What's up? Yo, who's that?
Yo! You pick up the phone!
Hello? What's up? What's up?
Yo, where's Dookie?
Yo, Duke. Yo.
What's up?
What's up?
Hold on. Hello?
So what's up, B?
So there's a different version of it, right? So I mean, it's a stupid ad, right? So, because it's just they're just making like funny noises and stuff. But what is the general like? If you look at the environment, if you like to quickly analyze the ad, right? So look at the profiles of the different characters in it. So what they try to represent in this just short ad video, yeah.
Multicultural, metropolitan.
Yeah.
Males.
Males. But what do they do?
Associated with football.
Exactly, they are watching a game, right? So you see like in the background, they all watch a football game. So, and they're just, being lazy, lying down, making funny noise. And that funny noise actually symbolizes what?
Community or
Yes, friendship, exactly. It's kind of a secret code they have, right? So they all say, what's up? Like they are holding all beers and everything. So that is the ideal target segment that Budweiser has at the time, as a head, let's say. And they were communicating them really well with this type of advertising, okay? And then, like I said, there's like so many
Watching
of
the
them
game,
like
having
this.
a bud.
True.
So we don't need
True.
to watch all of this, but let me show you different one. Yeah. So for example,
Wasabi.
this is in a restaurant environment.
Sushi and wasabi.
Wasabi.
Yeah, wasabi.
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 Wasabi. Wasabi. Wasabi.
Wasabi.
Yeah, again, so then now we have a single character in a restaurant environment, and how he actually activates all the other males in a restaurant by having this one word and like what's up, wasabi, etc. Again, like very simple male characters, and they're kind of having a good time, drinking, and they're making these funny noises. So that is, or that was at the time, the ideal target audience. Then what happened? So last year, Budweiser, I think as a part of their expansion strategy, because they said that we want to be inclusive, and we know that there are changing trends in the environment, and we like to address those needs in our target segment, target audience, and they made a collaboration with Dylan Mulvaney. Okay, so she's a transgender influencer, and that's fine. And also, they are actually making a special Bud Light can sending it to Dylan Mulvaney. So let's watch this and let's discuss what's going on here. Only 49 seconds.
Impressive carrying skills, right?
So
I got some.
let's start from the beginning.
Hi.
The caption.
Impressive carrying skills, right? I got some Bud Lights for us. So, I kept hearing about this thing called March Madness, and I thought we were all just having a hectic month, but it turns out it has something to do with sports. And I'm not sure exactly which sport, but either way, it's a cause to celebrate. This month, I celebrated my day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with my face on it. Check out my Instagram story to see how you can enjoy March Madness with Bud Light and maybe win some money too. Love ya! Cheers! Go team! Whatever team you love, I love too. Okay. Love ya. Okay, break a leg.
All right. So this backfired a lot. But before going into details, why do you think this ad backfired for Bud Light or Budweiser target audience?
Because it was targeted to men, and then it was a transgender
Yep.
woman, and I guess it conflicted with mainly thinking.
I'm not sure about that, because nowadays that is one factor, and we are talking about, again, so I'm not trying not to discriminate, but we are talking about U.S. males, right? So for target audience, right? And do we have any U.S. citizens here? Okay, so Dylan, you know better, so maybe you can explain. And I'm going to show you a couple of videos afterwards. But last couple of years, everyone aware of this inclusivity, and we need to be more understanding about transgenders or people their own inclinations or etc. So that is maybe affecting one part of the target audience. But what else do you see in that?
She was on her own. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I was going to say, what I noticed was that she's on her own. There was no other friends.
Mhm.
Whereas in the video before, you could see there's so many friends on the phone or.
That's one thing.
That's
It's very individual, because now we know that from the previous video, we know that actually people know this camaraderie and friendship, and they drink together. This is a single solo effort. One thing, yeah, good. Yeah, over there to Marcela. So first, yeah.
It seems like the messaging is inconsistent because she's dressed as Audrey Hepburn from Breakfast at Tiffany's, which is like an old school classic film. A lot of women love it. But then she's talking about March Madness and how she doesn't know what it is, what sport it is, and so it's like you're trying to bring in sports, but the image that you're portraying is like classic film. So there's a disconnect, and the consumer's confused about what.
Great point.
How does Bud Light actually what are they selling?
Yeah. So
what image am I trying to?
Exactly, great point. Like Marcela said, I don't know if you agree or not. So she knows that the target audience, she knows that what they celebrate, March Madness. And it's apparently some sort of sports stuff. She's like, I don't care, right? And that is also kind of, what triggers the target audience, right? So you don't even care what we like, right? So kind of alienate them, and you don't even whatever sports you support or whatever you watch, right? So you can still celebrate that. So that is, I think, maybe the biggest ick they get because of that, not the gender part. So it might be an effect, right? So for sure, for some people, but overall, even if it had an effect, they wouldn't be, that courageous to talk about it openly and say that that's why we are against it. But overall attitude and messaging, right? So like Marcela mentioned, they said that how dare they, the Budweiser, talking about this, like our football and our, overall the things that we like in that manner, right? Anyone else? Happy you want to say something?
I was just going to say they're trying to disconnect it from sport.
Yeah.
Make it not related to Sunday night football or make it a regular everyday drink sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's that.
To add to that, I think had it not alienated the other side, because I think that's what it actually did was downplay the sport piece so much
100%.
that it alienated the people who actually do drink Bud Light and watch sports.
And remember, probably, most of the Bud Light followers, the general target audience, right, the drinkers, wouldn't follow Dylan Mulvaney, right? So that's why Bud Light thought that we are expanding our reach by targeting a new segment. We are trying to get their attention as well, but it escalated so bad for them, and see what happened
Out
after.
of curiosity, what time did they play this? Because if they played it on Sunday night, that would be bad.
But I mean, I don't know, because this is like the partnership. So the Dylan Mulvaney shared on her TikTok and Instagram stories and stuff, right? But apparently it happened like during March Madness, right? So, and that's why not like a good timing. So those are some of the reaction videos, and let's see the target audience of Bud Light, and then you can understand what went wrong. Okay, so this guy Adam Calhoun, so apparently he is an influencer as well. But yeah, so
this one's for all the men out there who work all day.
Yeah, okay,
This one's for all the men out there who work all day, come home, and just want to drink a cold beer. I haven't drank a beer in 5 years. I'll never drink Anheuser-Busch again in my life. So cheers to all the beers out there, but fuck Bud Light.
Sorry for the language. That was just an example. But look at the background, like very patriotic, American. And that guy has also like millions of followers, by the way. So other influencers started to chip in this argument. Yeah.
That ties to the original. So before
so original audience
thing, then there was the frogs. Before the frogs, it was that.
Yeah.
So he actually went all the way back to the original Budweiser, America first.
First thing, okay. Yeah. So I mean, that's the target audience they have, but then that's another one.
All right. Well, look. Anheuser-Busch.
Oh my God.
So that's the parent company, Anheuser-Busch. People didn't buy their beers, right? So that's not kind of a boycott. They were protesting it.
Oh my God.
All the other brands, they increased their sales and market share.
There it is.
And Budweiser and then Anheuser-Busch company, they lost a lot. And look what happened after that.
Here are the real-world effects we've seen since backlash against Bud Light began.
People were literally with like automatic guns, right? So they were just targeting Budweiser cans, right? So 2 Americans, they just killed the enemy with like American. Yeah, so the guns.
This one's for all the
sorry,
men out.
so let's watch this.
Over its partnership with trans influencer Dylan Mulvaney. For one, retail sales of Bud Light were down 17% this week compared to last
In
year,
1 week,
according to data from
17%.
Bump Williams Consulting. Coors Light and Miller Lite both grew 17%. 2 of
Competitors
the senior
grew
marketing
17%.
executives were reportedly put on leave,
And they were fired afterwards, by the way. So 2 VP level executives, because actually you can see one of them.
who recently spoke about bringing more inclusivity to the brand.
It's been in decline for a really long time. And if we do not attract young drinkers to come and drink this brand, there will be no future for Bud Light.
Though she didn't talk about trans people specifically, Bud Light has said that it supported the LGBTQ plus community since the 1980s.
And it is true, by the way, right? So they were actually, supporting the community. But like I said, the way the message was shared in target audience actually triggered the whole different audience.
Anheuser-Busch
Commercials.
Sorry?
They would do it in commercials as well.
I don't think they did it in a commercial.
With the guys that you gave all the different guy commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a gay guy in
So gay guy, I see. I thought like this Dylan Mulvaney.
Individually.
Yeah. So Dylan Mulvaney was not commercial guy, but so in the past, yeah. So actually, I'm gonna probably not this week, next week. I'm gonna share our research, and it goes back to what Raj was saying. Instead of using one person, like individual person in an ad, it's always better to use bunch of people, right? Because then your target audience find a piece of themselves, and it's easier to accept some other groups, right? So if you put one minority, it doesn't have to be, gender. It can be like a racial, ethnicity, like religious, etc. All sort of minority. If you only put one of them, then you can create this type of discussions. But if you put several of them together, people cannot create this type of things. Anyway, so that was the general attitude.
All right.
And let's go to the next slide. And yeah, so this is the market share, and then you see how it had dipped, right? So suddenly, and they couldn't recover afterwards as well. So after this, and then they tried to recover from this by joining some news and explaining what is going on and everything. And I especially put this over there.
This month I
So they are actually having someone, so apparently this lady, I think she's a reporter, but she works with Anheuser-Busch, And she said that, so that's the plan. And let's hear what's the plan for Budweiser.
Talk about what surprising to see the amount of impact this has had on Anheuser-Busch. Usually boycotts blow over, and this one didn't.
So what are some of Bud Light's plans to win
look at the
consumers back? What are they trying to do? And I guess the question then becomes, and this is why I was trying to seek to
company, we're going to like go all in on trans rights. It wasn't that at all. So right now, Anheuser-Busch is planning to launch a new series of television ads this week, actually.
Yeah.
Leaning into the themes of country music and football, which are
Country music and football, those are the answers, right? And that's actually, funny to hear this, but let's go back to our roots, right? So country music and the footballs. And yeah, so why I'm sharing this is all about this representative heuristic, right? If you know what's going on in your target consumer's mind, don't try so hard, just go easy, right? So because easy works. And otherwise, you might have, even if you have like a good intention, you might have really bad outcomes afterwards. So that was like a really small case that I'd like to discuss with you. And even like Anheuser, I think also last time I checked, a few weeks ago, they are still not the market leader. So they couldn't recover from that still. So only 49 seconds video, by the way. Power of social media.